Hello, happy Thursday, back in the chair. Remember to give me a like down below before we kick off. Just click the button, appreciate it very much. Smiley face, thumbs up in the comments, let me know you're doing okay. And obviously if you watch till the end of the video, I'd always appreciate your thoughts and comments on it down below. Or you could share it or tag anybody in that you feel would benefit from my musings. So yesterday we talked about obesity and we talked about personal responsibility. And just to reiterate, this is coming from experience, personal experience of both doing it myself and coaching people. So there's no theory here, this is all practical. Now, I want to make a really important point here that I alluded to yesterday. And there are some really good people out there who do some really good work in terms of supporting people with obesity. Yeah. The problem, in my opinion, from someone that's been obese, is that we are moving into a world where the blame for it is being moved away from the individual's behaviours and actions and put on something else. Now, if you can put human beings are the type of creatures because of the way we think and act. If we can find any scapegoat we possibly can for something, we'll find it. Okay, so if we can point the finger at anything else other than our own actions and behaviours, we will do it. And the reason why we'll do that is because change is hard, and accepting that you're the one making the issues is hard. It involves a lot of, ownership, and we don't like that. Responsibility, we don't like that. Now, the reason why a lot of weight loss programs work is because they focus the reason why they get you hooked in is because they focus the individual on the fact that it's not their fault that they're fat because of some other reason. Now, that's fine as long as you understand the way you think about things and the way you assess things, if that makes sense. But actually the fault, the behaviours, the actions lie with the individual. Okay. And the best way for me to analogize that for you is the theory of an iceberg, the tip of an iceberg. Now, the tip of an iceberg, the classic metaphor is that an iceberg, most of it's below the water. Okay. So you see the tip and then there's a load below. Okay. So with an iceberg, when it comes to weight loss or weight loss behavior particularly, the bit that we see, or the bit that is obvious to everybody, is our behaviours. And those behaviours are twofold. They are the amount of food we eat and the amount we move. Okay, those are behaviours. Those are things we do. Okay, and things we can control. Okay, if you don't feel like you can control those two things, you are never going to take ownership for your weight, ever, because those are the tip of the iceberg. Those are the things that we see. Now, when people talk about the complexities of obesity, what they're actually referring to is the stuff below the surface. Okay, they're referring to like the problems that I had, which were things like self-worth, the way you see yourself, environment, stuff in your upbringing, things like that. Yeah, that's below the surface. Yeah, now those things need to be addressed, particularly if you want to lose serious weight. Like, for example, I'll get people come to me and say, John, I want to lose 4 stone. You know, how much do you charge per session? And I get it, but I'm like, well, you ain't losing 4 stone in a session. You've got to change your mindset. You've got to realise that this is going to take a bit of work, and that work involves the stuff below the surface. So how you see yourself, belief systems, there's loads of stuff that goes on there. Stuff that it does go into psychology, and it does creep into therapy levels sometimes, particularly with the big people. But on the surface, you're eating too much, you're not exercising enough. You can't ever move away from that, ever. You can't say that weight loss and obesity is complex. It's not. The reasons that drive the tip of the iceberg may be complex. You might be complex because you're human, but the behaviours that you can control are not complex. Anyone, anytime, for any length of time, come at me and I'll debate that with you as a person that's been overweight. I was overweight because I ate too much and didn't exercise enough. I kept weight off because I addressed the issues beneath the surface. Okay, and that's the key. So when somebody says eat less, move more, yes. Is it as simple as that? Yes. However, asterisk, caveat, if you have serious weight to lose and have serious issues that go deeper than just the behaviours, then we need to deal with that. So when people talk about the complexities, they're not actually referring to the basic mechanics of weight loss. They're referring to the actual individual and what they need to change in themselves to be able to change those behaviours comfortably so they feel it's worth it. So Yeah, not to go too deep into this, and I'm desperate for somebody to come at me with it. I really am, particularly somebody that's never been fat. And they don't, because I've been fat. I know. It's not arrogant, it's true. I know I've been fat, I understand. And if you want to change, if you're overweight, anything, half a stone, 2 stone, even the big numbers, the amount you have to change depends on what change you want. So if you want to lose half a stone, you need to think like somebody that's half a stone lighter than you are now. If you want to lose a stone, you have to think like somebody a stone lighter. If you want to lose 3 stone, you have to think and act like somebody that's 3 stone lighter. You can't act like you are now and be 3 stone lighter. And that's the problem with the sympathy things, because you're moving people away from their behaviours and actions, and you can't do that. You can't. You have to say, look, you are responsible for these things. Let's address what's going on behind the scenes here. And if that needs therapy, cost, investment, do it, because it will save your life. Save mine. Simple as that. Not easy, but simple as that. So if you do want some help from me, if you're in that sort of you need to lose some serious weight, get in touch privately, because we can help. It's going to cost you, but we can help in terms of therapy and one-on-one and coaching and that sort of stuff. When I say therapy, I don't mean I'm a therapist. I just mean we can work on the right habits and stuff without going to the gym, without any of that stuff and all that kind of thing. If you are just looking to lose sort of up to a stone, maybe a little bit more, and you're a woman aged between 30 and 50, I'll show you at our women-only group fitness program how you can be consistent. Yeah, we'll teach you how you can be consistent. And consistency, I tell you, will cure a million sins. So if you want any information on that, comment below with 28 days, or drop me a message via the page, we'll have a chat, or drop me a DM, no problem at all. If you're not in that space, you're not interested at all, again, I'd appreciate a like, a share, or tag somebody in that feel this video might benefit. Or if you've got any comments you want to make, feel free to comment below. I'm always up for an intelligent debate. Yeah, but if you haven't been fat, just be careful about where you're coming from, because you might make yourself look silly. Have a good day.